Welcome to African Spirituality and Science. I still remain digital priest Akajugo. On today's program, I'll be talking about Nwada, a daughter of the family. Please, before I continue, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at African Spirituality and Science, and please share, comment, invite friends. It's important we know about our culture, our African culture, our Igbo culture, because religion has made us forget everything about our culture and tradition. So that's the reason for me opening this page. Before we continue, ka anyị kene Chukwu Okike, Olisa bi n'igwe, kene Ogwugwu nne nwanyị, ara na-azụ nwa, kene anyanwụ na agbara, kene ikuku aro, kene eze nwanyị na eze nwoke mmiri, kene ede mmiri, ngene mmiri, kene ndị ichie, ndị mbu na ndị egede, kene ụmụ ọkpụ, kene ngwu, oke ngwu, ekene nge, kene akpọ ọkalete, kene ojukwu, kene ebenebe, kene akwari ọmụmụ, kene ezumezu, ọra mmụọ niile du n'enu dukwa n'ala, kene kwachi onye ọwụna na-ege m ntị tata n'onyonyo a. Today's program is mostly for ndị Igbo, maka ọdịnala anyị. Ndị Igbo apụrụ ọdịnala na-emezi ihe ọzọ dị otu ụka batazi, ndị Igbo be anyị na-achị azụ, and that's the reason things are going bad in Ani IGBO tata. So today's program will be about Nwada, onye gbasara Nwada ka nji bịa tata. Ka anyị kwuo onye gbasara Nwada. Let me explain more about Nwada. The danger of an ill-treated Nwada. Now, in the olden days, during the time of our forefathers, in the ancient days of our forefathers, I'm not talking about our forefather. I'm not talking about the 100 years back fathers. No, I'm talking about from 300 to 400 years ago. So those days, when a daughter is married into a family, most especially the first daughter, the father of that daughter, the father of the female, of the lady, will go to her husband's house time to time to be checking on her, to know if she's being treated well, to know if she's comfortable in her husband's house, to know if she's enjoying her marriage and she's not being maltreated there. The reasons is that when a mother dies out of ill treatment, it can cause a lot of havoc in the family. Yes. Another thing that can cause a Nwada disturbing in the family is there are some Nwada that were sold during slave trade, while some died at childbirth but were not properly buried. This can also cause havoc in the family. Now, many families in Ani IGBO today are suffering because of ill-treated Nwada. Some might think it's a deity that is disturbing. They will go ahead offering sacrifice, but no avail, because Nwada havoc can be a form of the deity, because Nwada draws powers, energies, strength from ancestral deities. Now, if a Nwada, let's assume a Nwada was ill-treated when she was alive, she was maltreated, and she died, she won't be granted passage in the ancestral realm. due to she's not properly buried. And her fellow Nwada will be chasing her out when they have meeting in the spirit realm. So out of anger, due to she's not properly buried, or she is buried in the church way, she'll start disturbing the family. She will forget that these are my family. Because when you die, not the way you think as a human that you start thinking as a spirit. The way you start treating the family, causing havoc there in that family, you won't even know, if you won't care if they are your blood, because of the pains. And many people will be passing through these pains: deaths, poverty, setback, barrenness, and all sorts of things. Some of them will be casting, binding, fasting, giving men of God money. At the end of the day, there will be ignorance to go to Alpha to check the cause of the problem. Why some will think maybe it's in deity or some ancestral deity, but they don't know it's Nwada. Until she's properly buried before peace can return to that home. In the olden days, some communities, when an Nwada dies, her remain is taken back to her father's land to be buried. Why in some community, like mine, when a Nwada dies, her corpse will touch the father's land, their father's compound. It must touch her father's compound, and her fellow Nwada must cry for her, mourn for her in her father's compound, before she will be taken back to her husband's compound to be buried. And after she's buried, she will be buried properly. Because the way you bury Nwada is not the way you bury. A man can die and you throw his corpse on the bush, it decayed there, and he will come back to the world. He will reincarnate back without trouble. After you are buried in, you can bury him anyhow. There will be granted passage in the ancestral realm. But in Nwada is not properly buried, it will not be granted access. That's why Nwada are so powerful. Both the alive Nwada and the reincarnated Nwada and the dead Nwada, are very powerful. So when Nwada died out of ill treatment, she will cause a lot of troubles in the family. And when, like a community that remain must touch the father's compound and return, and after touching the father's compound, they return to her husband's house to be buried properly. After burial, after some days, they will perform a ritual called Ndunozu Nwada. Yes, our spirits will be sent back through some ritual to her father's land. So she will go back to her ancestral. She will be granted passage through the ancestral realm. If that is not done, she will not have time to she will not be granted access in the ancestral realm, which means she cannot reincarnate back. And which means when the fellow Nwada in the spirit realm are doing their meeting, or someone offer sacrifice to them, she will not partake in the sharing or even in the meeting. She will be chased out. Out of anger, she will continue maltreating that family. And the family will be ignorant to go and check the problem. Some of them will be casting and be binding. That is what is killing a lot of families today in Ani IGBO. That's why I said, let me do this video. So if your family is facing poverty, setback, barrenness, madness, it can cause the wives married into the family madness. This kind of thing. Go and seek spiritual consultation to know if it's Nwada. Not only an ill-treated Nwada can cause this. Even a day-old Nwada that died and she's not properly buried can cause this kind of havoc also. Even the one that is in the stomach that you had miscarriage. They are so powerful. And when they keep waiting for you to bury them properly and you refuse, or out of negligence, that you are going to church, you didn't even check what is happening, they will keep reporting you to their ancestral deity. After reporting to the ancestral deity, they will go to their maternal home and start reporting that family. And the more they are reporting, the more the deities will be coming to that compound to be causing problem. It will divide the family, turn the family apart. bringing setback, poverty. People will be moving backward. And they will think it's charm. Some people will think it's charm. There will be ancestral cause and all that thing. They will invite pastor to pray. At the end of the day, no positive changes. Nwada are so powerful. And 60% of family passing through this kind of problems today is being caused by an ill-treated or a Nwada that is not properly buried. Forget the fact that the Nwada was born again when she was alive. When she died, she will eventually disturb for you to bury her in the traditional way, in an ordinary way. Yes, I've heard a story about one choosing woman that died one time. Before she died, she said, let her not bury her in the traditional way. Let's just put her in the ground, no ceremony, nothing. When she died, her spirit started disturbing, that she was not buried properly. Because it's not the way you see it here that you see it in the spirit realm. Due to religion convince the 100 years ago fathers that there was nothing, that when you die, you go to heaven or you go to hell. So she was thinking that she's going to heaven, not knowing that she's returning back to her ancestors. Then the one that started chasing her, they flogged her out, that she's not properly buried. She started disturbing the family, tormenting the family. Her corpse was excavated back. They exhumed her corpse back to bury her properly. And the funniest part was that the corpse did not decay even for once. She had to be properly buried in the traditional way before that family had peace. You can see. So stop taking this religion stuff. Don't let this religion stuff about heaven and hell get into your head. Anytime, I'm not praying for any daughter of any person family to die, God forbid, but I'm just saying, God forbid that any daughter of the family that die, God forbid, let me say, has lived the life, he has completed his mission, or he has completed his time here on earth. When she's been buried, make sure you ask the procedure of burying in Nwada of that community, because only one will solo is any Nwada no bodo ha. So try to know the procedures and the rituals that they must make for that burial to be a success, to avoid future problem. But the one I know is that is general in the whole Igbo land is Idunozu Nwada. Nwada. A fellow Nwada, the Nwada will be invited, given a goat and do some rituals, which spirit will be taken back to her father's land. If not, she will disturb. She will disturb the family. It has happened to my family. My auntie that died years ago started disturbing drastically, causing havoc in the family, causing setback. He comes to me in the dream always. I couldn't sleep. I called my father, let's do this. We spent a lot of money due to, she has reported to a lot of deities. We have to go into those deities one by one to be settling the case. We're offering sacrifices. We have to call Nwada to come to do the necessary thing. We did Ekwalu to cleanse the land of abomination because we did not bury her properly in the traditional way. We have to do Ekwalu, invite Enri people, Enri DBS, people that are responsible for Ekwalu, Ndiji of Forefathers. They came and did they came and appeased the land and did all the necessary ritual before peace came into the family. So forget that you are a church goer or a religion person. It's good to go to Alpha when you have family problem or when you are passing through family problem, especially when you are the first son. It's good to go to Alpha spiritual consultation to know the cause, the root cause of the problem. A pastor won't tell you the problem. Many pastors today are just deceiving people. Our forefathers make use of Alpha. They were close to Alpha. My grandfather once told me something, because I asked him, why are people demonizing their ancestors? He answered me, He said, don't mind this religion, mental slavery people. That they are just only mentally enslaved. That they forgot that they will become an ancestor one day. And that lies that they pass through to their children. That spirituality, IGBO ordinana, is evil. That their ancestors are evil. When they return to that, back to their ancestral realm, their own descendants, we still regard them as evil. So when you call your ancestors evil, your descendants will also call you evil because we are the future ancestors. There's nothing like heaven, there's nothing like hell. When you die, you reincarnate. Is that you reincarnate or you ascend? So everybody in the family should check the root or cause of your problem. If Nwada is the cause, invite a diviner, invite people that people, let them perform ikpoalu. Pocho nunu na mbala anwa. Kwa Nwada ofuma oto esi ya kwa Nwada. Duozie. Did the necessary appeasement so the Nwada can be granted passage in the spiritual realm. So she can be reincarnated. She can be able to have chance to reincarnate back or ascend. So that is what that is the reason I make this video today, because I see that a lot of family are passing through this predicament. So you need to please share this video. Share this video because you need to save a lot of families, a lot of souls. It doesn't matter if you're a church goer or not. You need to share this video so a lot of people can learn and solve their problem. Please continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I still remain the digital priest, IGBO. I'm the ambassador of truth because truth is light. Ezioku bundu. Kanyetikwa aka. We gbuachi ordinana. Otu o si duvu na Igbo. Ordinana Igbo ga-adịgide. Kama ordinana ga-ana, ụka bịala abịa ga-ana. Maka ụka bịala abịa. Mana ndị nna nna anyị bịala n'ụwa ihe Chukwu nyere ha ordinana. So ordinana Igbo na omenala Igbo ga-adịgide. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and share. Thank you. See you next time.